You've probably heard the stories about celebrities taking Ozempic for weight loss. A recent analysis shows that climbing stairs may benefit heart health and reduce the odds of death from any cause. Hera, experts explain how many flights of stairs to aim for and how to incorporate stair climbing into your daily routine. New survey data estimates that 7. A second case of bird flu has been found in a human. U.S. health authorities announced Wednesday, less than 2 months after the first one, as an outbreak of the disease circulates widely among dairy cows. The legalization of cannabis and the popularity of its edible versions is having an unexpected effect. More seniors landing in emergency departments with overdoses. A recent study reveals that super-agers, older adults with exceptional memory, maintain superior white matter integrity in their brains. They've lost their minds. More men are paying for penis filler injections to get a girthier look. Does it work? Does it hurt? Does it get lumpy or spread? And do people really need this, or is it beauty standards gone awry? Reporter David Mack pays a visit to injector Chris. Scientists have taken a big step toward making an effective HIV vaccine. Although it's a small study, it adds to evidence that the concentration of microplastics may affect disease severity. New research is the latest to link the use of Ozempic, Wegovy, and other GLP-1 drugs to a greater risk of gastroparesis. Here's what we know so far. Weight suppressant drugs have helped millions to lose weight, but once they're stopped, people tend to regain most of what they shed. With so many high-profile people diagnosed with cancer, we are confronted with the stark reality the disease can strike any of us at any time. A study found that 45% of participants experienced altered states of consciousness through meditation or mindfulness, with many reporting positive effects. The ordeal continues for 5 American tourists facing 12 years of prison time in Turks and Caicos for allegedly having ammunition in their luggage. Jacqueline Charles-Susse, Haiti and Caribbean correspondent with the Miami Herald, joined. In this easy 4-ingredient recipes, we combine bite-sized pieces of salmon with everything bagel seasoning and top each one with a dollop of whipped cream cheese. Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. Investigators arrested a Matayeri man who is accused of sexually abusing 2 girls and exposing one of them to HIV. Work is underway on new techniques and methods to protect Artemis astronauts from radiation and solar storms. An increase in nightmares and hallucinations could signal the onset of autoimmune diseases such as lupus, according to a new study. The bad news: these symptoms aren't pleasant. The good news: there are ways to alleviate them. The increase in sexually transmitted infections, STI, has caused a major concern for health officials, according to a report published Tuesday by the World Health Organization, WHO. The visions keep flashing through my mind. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia, affecting more than 55 million people worldwide. Eric Hovard recounts a trip to the Amazon rainforest that left him with parasites and unexpectedly helped ease his MS. This week on the RV podcast, HN Chan Hien, some new dog re-entry rules from Canada will make it much more challenging to bring your pet back home to the US. The same goes for Mexico. Hankrai, there's a new scam going around reported by many RVers. Fish oil may increase the risk of stroke and heart conditions like atrial fibrillations, a new study found. The study, published Tuesday in the journal BMJ Medicine, followed more than 408,000 people in the United Kingdom, aged 40 to 69, for 12 years. The World Health Organization's WHO Task Team on Climate Change, Neglected Tropical Diseases, NTDs, and Malarias, in partnership with Reaching the Last Mile, RLM, has released a major scoping review published in HRFCP Academic OUP. Experts recommend eating more fiber to support gut health, but if you eat more than you're used to, you could end up bloated, gassed, and constipated. Dream content can be difficult to analyze, but scientists agree that several themes frequently emerge starting in childhood and through different life stages. Part of what makes us human is our ability to think about people, places, or events that aren't currently present, but we still don't know exactly how our brains do this. Neuroscience and biomedical engineering startup BrainBridge announced that it has created a system for a head transplant. Experts predict a small rise in COVID-19 cases as a newly dominant strain spreads. The new strain, KP.2 represents 28% of COVID infections in the US, and experts believe its mutations have made the variant more immune evasive. Although higher consumptions of ultra-processed foods were associated with greater risks of stroke and cognitive decline, high consumptions of unprocessed whole foods were linked to a decline in these health conditions. Here's the colors to wear to avoid getting bit, and the colors to wear if you love getting bit by mosquitoes. I hope our findings will help consumers make healthier and more sustainable food choices. A recent study found that 16.7% of LGBTQ+ adolescents at a summer camp identified as polyamorous or ambiamorous, or reporting higher depressive symptoms compared to their peers. The bat in Englewood is the fourth case of rabies confirmed in Colorado this year and the first in Arapahoe County, the county said in a news release. Channel 9's Jonathan Lowe is sharing his personal experience with shingles, a painful, debilitating medical condition that impacts more people than you probably realize. Specific testing for H5 flu virus in wastewater is scaling up nationwide through a partnership between universities, Verileach, and philanthropies. 90% of paralyzed patients regain strength or function of their upper limbs after receiving an experimental therapies, a new study found. Researchers and doctors weigh in. Fears of growing outbreak drive revival in vaccine group stocks, which have been out of favor since pandemic ended. Oh, and hail no! Vaccine scare tactics haven't shifted, but more parents are falling for them. Here's what the rhetoric gets wrong and how it endangers children. Holistic health is big businesses, and vitamins, minerals, and supplements make up a large portion of that market, with annual sales of $36 billion and climbing. A 12-year-old boy who suffers debilitating pain because of sickle cell disease, has become the first patient in the US to undergo a newly approved gene therapy. Every time you peel a banana and dispose of the skin, you're throwing away a tasty, nutritious snack.